Hi guys, welcome back. In this one we're going to be showing you how to make a infinite villager breeder. Super simple to make and nice and quick. Let's get into it. Okay, to make this one you are going to need a little bit of space. I've just cleared out an area over there, and this is what you're going to need to make it. Building blocks wise you can use whatever you want, but you're going to want a few stacks and some glass just in places to make it easier for you to see what's going on, but use whatever blocks you want and have many of each block. But you're going to need a few stacks of blocks. You're going to need 80 pieces of dirt, that's going to be tilled and made into farmland. 80 crops, I recommend carrots because there's no wastage, there's no seeds, there's nothing else, no rotten potatoes or anything like that. So nice and easy and clean with carrots. You're going to need 6 beds, some sort of light source. All of these things are in exact amounts down the bottom here, so you're going to need a unlimited water source. And a couple of tools to help you out. Obviously your tools don't need to be netherite, they don't need to be stacked up like this. And then for dispensing them, this is just one option. You can come up with different ways of dispensing them, but this is just an easy way. Minecart wise, you really only need one, but you can fit 9 in, so why not? Okay, let's just break this chest and get into it. Leave all of that stuff in there, apart from the tools. Come back to that in a little bit. So first of all, I've just marked out an area here where I'm going to start. In the middle of the area where you want your farm to be, you just want to come up 3 blocks, and then on that third block you're going to build that out into a full-size farming area. So 4 blocks in each way. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then fill that in all the way around. I'll be back when I've got that done. Okay, once you've got that area marked out, what you're going to want to do is come into the middle. This was our middle square. Knock that one out if you filled it in with dirt, and then just come down the bottom and just build up so that you've got a little area there. Put your water in, and that's where your first water is going to go. Then on top of that, we're going to want to build up a block just to the side as a temporary block and put in our farmer's trade there using the composter, and then all of this soil can then be tilled using our hoe. I'm just going to till that and then I'll be back with you. Okay, so I've tilled all of that land now. That'll start to become wet farmland, and then what I'm going to do next is just plant in my carrots. Planting them nice and early because they take a while to grow, and we want our villagers to be able to harvest them as soon as possible so they start filling themselves up. Once the farmer villager, and he'll become a farmer villager, the first one because of this composter, has filled up with carrots, he'll then want to share them. Once he's shared enough with the other villagers, they will then want to breed if there's spare beds around. Go, we're missing one because I accidentally put it in there, but that's not the end of the world. That'll grow back up. Now what we're going to do is put a wall all the way around this, so I'm just going to come over here to this edge, build up 1 and 2, and then I'm just going to jump up on here and go all the way around. Okay, once you've got that wall built all the way around, it should look something like this, so nowhere for them to escape. Apart from this bit over here, I've knocked out the centre 2 blocks, all nicely in line with the middle of the farm. This is the way our villagers are going to go. It doesn't matter which side you do it, but our baby villagers are going to come out this way. Next thing you need to do is to make it so that a villager can't walk through here. By putting a trapdoor there, we can still get through, but a villager won't. After that, you can then put your first villager in here. He should take up this trade. There you go. And then ideally you want him to get the carrot trade. To do that, just break this and replace it. And when he picks it up again, he's now got the carrot trade. So once you've got excess of carrots, you can maybe come and trade some carrots with him. We're just going to jump down here, and then from here what we want to do is just a little bit of a chute for the babies to fall into. So we're going to get some building blocks and go down a little bit further. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and one more is 5. And then here, down by 4. And then lastly, down by 3. So it's like a step down that they just can't quite reach. Okay. On here, now going to put a trapdoor and close it, and then we want 2 blocks. Then here we're going to have a block. Now I'm going to use glass just because I like to see in and I like to be able to see what they're doing. So I'm going to put a piece of glass there, and then my last trapdoor goes on there. Now, if I just climb up, what will happen is the baby villagers will come up to this, and they will think they can get through there because of the trapdoor. They see it like this, so they can walk through. But it's open, so they actually will fall down into this bottom bit down the bottom. They can't get through into this bit because there's nowhere for them to go. I'm just going to build this out a little bit further. Didn't want that there. I do there. Let's just close up the back of it. There we go. And then on this block here, we're going to put our other water. That is going to flow down this way. And what you want to do, just build this out to here, so that there's still one block coming out. And then this block here, we're going to have to break. And we're going to put a fence in this block. Now we don't want this fence to be attached to anything on the sides other than the side they're coming from, because when it makes that funny shape, the baby villagers somehow get stuck in it. Then what we're going to do is just seal that in like this. So now what we've got is a chute. Villagers go down the bottom, and they'll come out this way, and they'll sit on that last step. Just going to cover this in with glass, just to keep them safe. As you can see, when I got to that last one, it did just kind of jump me up, and now I can't get back through. Here we're just going to build up one more, and then on this last block here we're going to put a sign. Don't need to write anything on the sign, it's just to stop the water from moving about. So then we build up this area around it. What we want it is to come out this way a little bit, not blocking that. And just make yourself a little square. So we've got a sign there, and we just need a sign on here as well. Again, doesn't need to be saying anything, but as you can see I can't jump out at the moment. However, if I place a block of water there, I can just swim up. And then what we want to do is, once we're up, just slightly adjust the shape of this so that we get all our water flowing in that direction to that corner. Okay. Over this side, I just want to come round and seal it off like that. So now what's going to happen? Baby villager is going to fall down here, going to come across here. He is going to sit, if I can get in there, down here, minding his own business. Then when he grows up into an adult, his head will go into the water like this. He will naturally swim up into this area and get pushed over into this corner. So now if we just make this area too tall for him to be able to get out of, like this, baby villager is now stuck. At this point, you're not going to lose any villagers if they go wandering off or have any babies. Here's a sealed unit, so what you can do is come over here, grab your other egg, in my case, or get your other villager from the village and put them in. If when you put them in you break a bit, just retill it and they will eventually replant that. Those two will live in there happily for the rest of their days. Now, to make it into a farm that works for what we need it to do, which is make villagers, we now need our 6 bits. We want the pillows facing the breeding pair, which is these two in there. And we're going to go 1, 2, and 3. And then come back a little bit and go 1, 2, and 3. They are now happy, they've got beds for their villagers, and they've got this system set up so the villagers will come over into here. The only thing that they need over here now is a light source. So what we're going to do is come back over to here, grab our light sources. I'm using jack-o'-lanterns, you could use absolutely anything. And I'm going to put a jack-o'-lantern there, get rid of this one. And then I'm going to put one in each of the corners. You want to make sure that the light level in here is above 7 in all the areas, so that at night time no mobs are spawning. So this more than overdoes for that. And then the other thing I'm going to do is down the bottom here. Also don't want them coming in here, so spawning in here. So I'm going to put one in there. Crouch can come through here, and I'm just going to put one in here. It doesn't really matter where you put them. None of these areas are particularly big, so one there will be plenty for this area. And that's done. A couple of things left to do. So breeder is now working. We need a collection system. To do that, we're going to need to come back to this chest. Grab these few bits. I don't need that. So, first of all, our collection system is going to be taking villagers from over in this corner. So I'd recommend that those 3 blocks there on the corner, you just make them into glass. Sorry, not this block. So this block up here as well. I'm going to have to use the grey glass. Just used it. I'm really sorry. Gonna have to deal with this. Not really sure where that nice man just went. Now, underneath here, what you need to do, put your dispenser in there, and then the button is going to go on the side of the dispenser to put that on. Just shift and click, that'll go on. Use the stone one because it blends in nicely. Underneath the dispenser, we're just going to need a couple of blocks, and then we're going to come up a block, and we're going to come up a block again. And then here, we're going to use our rails. Powered rail, Take out that piece of glass and rail there, and a rail there. Okay, a few more blocks, and then like this. And that is that system all sorted. So now if I get these and fill up that hopper, what's going to happen is click that button, that'll go up through there, and it'll pick up a villager on its way. Nice and easy every time. See? Simple. Now, unless you want to accidentally turn this into a witch farm at some point, what you're going to need to do is cover this area, this block here, and this area with something to stop lightning strikes. You're going to want to be starting at least 2 blocks up from the wall, so that's like this. There's a little bit of a gap there. You can block in that gap, you just can't have this wall on the farm any lower than this. Don't really understand why, but they won't spawn. They won't have babies if the roof is too close. I'm just going to quickly get this roof in, and then I'll be back with you. Okay, so I've got that roof in now, covered over this area here, and then I've covered over this one square here, and this area here. As I said, you can build your walls up at the sides to cover it in so that spiders and things can't get in there. Spiders tend to leave them alone, it's more the zombies. Over this side, again, I've kept it at the same height just so it looks normal, and then I'd probably build up my walls 1 more block, but this will work absolutely fine. There's no way for a zombie to get up here at the moment, they can't climb up, so I'm not particularly worried about it. It's just about stopping those lightning strikes from hitting them. At this point it's just a waiting game for them to fill up with carrots. They will eventually do that. If we just speed that up with a few carrots here, see if they can take them from there. Nope. So they're picking up a few of them at a time. See how he gets on this time. Oh, that's better. So if you've got some carrots that you can throw them, that will speed up the process. Here, as you can see, all I've done is I've thrown them 1 stack of carrots. So now if I just leave them alone for a minute. There we go, as you saw, got our first baby, and he went straight through. The reason he went through is because babies like to play, they want to jump up and down on the beds, so they want to do this. So they come straight through, fall down the bottom, and he will be down here now. He's trying to fight against the current, he will eventually give up on that and just fall into this bit. At which point, he will then come through into here. As you can see, they have thrown them down some carrots to him. They don't always do that, but they're in there somewhere. Wouldn't worry about it too much. You're not going to make many carrots if you try and make this into a carrot farm as well. They can't do both. So they throw a few carrots down there, it's not the end of the world. And then these two will forget about him once he grows up and gets into this bit, and he will then become a villager that's completely empty that you can go off and do with as you wish. They will breed twice a day, so they will make 2 babies a day, which is enough for most people. If that's not enough for you, then quite simply add another 3 beds on each side, so another 6 beds. Add another 2 of your villagers, which you will have plenty of, in here, into this area with another workstation. So just take out 1 crop of carrots and put another workstation in, another farmer, and then this area will make you 4 villagers a day, which really should be plenty. Once that villager has grown up, as you see, he'll do what just happened there, come through into this area over here, and then at this point all you have to do is come down the bottom here, hit this button, he'll come through, and there he is, ready to go. Nice clean villager ready for you, and they will just continue ticking over. We just pop over here. Here's one I made slightly different. So in here we've got 4 sets of villagers, and these 4 sets seem to be missing a villager. These 4 sets of villagers will all make 2 villagers each a day, so that's 8 villagers a day from the same sort of size area of land. Obviously need a lot of beds for that, and then they come through and tick through into here, and as you can see there is loads down there. This one's been ticking for about 2 hours. You can see we've got 8 villagers in there. There's a few baby ones down there. Yeah, nice and simple. One last feature that you will need on this is a way of turning it off. So you've got a couple of options for that. You can just put a block there, like that. As soon as you've got a block there, they won't be able to pathfind to these, so they won't make villagers anymore. Or if you put a block there, and put a sticky piston in there, and power that sticky piston, you can have an on-off switch, and you can put this anywhere you like. You could run it off to somewhere and then have an on-off switch that's somewhere more suitable for you. If you've got any questions about this villager breeder or anything that you're not sure about, then please do not hesitate to ask in the comments. I read all your comments, so if you're not sure about anything with building this, or you've got a different one that you'd like me to see, then please do hit it up down in the comments. That is all I've got time for today, so I'll see you again soon.